part of Team 360 support, we joined the Oakland Ed Fund's Read Along Week for Black History Month. The Read Along is a citywide literacy campaign hosted by the Oakland Ed Fund. It is an event that many of us look forward to, including the mayor, elected officials, and a number of businesses in the Oakland area. This year is Team 360's third year participating in the citywide event, and our first year at our newly adopted school, Reach Academy.
Hey, we're here today in front of Reach Elementary, Reach Academy, and it is tremendously important for businesses to partner with their local elementary schools, with their local high schools, to find out what their needs are, to find out how they can get involved in the effort to improve the quality of education for students. There are so many ways businesses are giving back. Some of our larger partners like Intel, Salesforce are giving hundreds of thousands of dollars to principals, either to have discretionary funds or to fund directly the student field trips. So many things businesses are doing, and we need to do more, particularly in these tough economic times. To read to a student. No, it's really great. This is one of the highlights of my year, spending some time with some of the first and second graders reading about Black History Month. That's what it's all about. So I invite you to come in. We're trying to put extra love and support into Reach Elementary this year. So give Reach some love.
Can you speak to how you were able to go from maybe like a slightly underperforming school to seeing some progress where you're on the pathway to being a high-performing school?
Yeah, I mean, I think we still have definitely a long way to go in terms of leveling the playing field and providing all of our students with equal opportunity to, in terms of being college, and career ready or community, to also be leaders in the community. I think some of the gains that we've showed are in literacy, and even though we still have, greater than 50% of our students that are multiple years behind, we're closing that gap with the number of students that are reading multiple years behind. And so we just recently completed our benchmark assessment data, and more specifically our Scholastic Reading Inventory, our Fontes and Pinnell, and we're showing gains not only from last year at this time, although it's a different cohort, but from the beginning of the year to the middle of the year.
We are here to give you all the support that we have, and we appreciate you as a principal covering and learning and giving our children wisdom and being here to love on them as well, because we know that's important. Because when people hear that pre-K and kindergarten have chronic absenteeism, that's astonishing to people. I mean, it's just like you can't imagine that the absenteeism starts at age K, and if they're not prepared by third grade, then they're already on a path to not be their best life.
And here's the thing, third grade used to, that was the benchmark, that was the sort of, they would look at the reading scores and determine the amount of prisons, that would be built. So just thinking about the whole school to prison pipeline. But with these new standards, third grade is too late.
Wow.
We've got to get our babies at first grade. And so the research shows a correlation between chronic absence in the early grades and student achievement all the way in 5th grade and 8th grade. So we're really trying to prevent, loss of instructional learning time that can lead to dropout, that then, leads to, reduced or negative life outcomes and opportunities for our young people.
Right. Well, thank you for all you're doing.
Thank
and
you.
we had a great time today. You're watching Spotlight with Shonda Scott, and we will be right back.
Every child needs a mentor, a positive role model. For me, that was my grandmother. For more than 110 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters has been making meaningful monitor matches between adult volunteers and children. And these positive relationships have direct and measurable impacts. Help a child realize his or her potential. Visit bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Welcome to Spotlight with Shonda Scott, where each week we bring you the best and the brightest, the movers and the shakers, and the hidden gems from all over the Bay. Let us shine a spotlight on your business. Sponsorship opportunities are available. For more information, visit us at spotlightwithshonda.tv.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit.
Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave.
Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late. Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You guys are so cute. I'm Shonda Scott, and me and Chanel, who will introduce herself, will read to you today. We are from 360 Total Concept. We are a woman-owned, African-American-owned business. I founded the business 11 years ago. We both are from Oakland and we grew up here. We'll tell you a little bit more about ourselves after we read, but we're here to read aloud along with you as part of African American History Literacy Week. So are you guys excited? We are. Thank you. Ida was a natural-born activist. Whenever she saw injustice, she stood up against it. She was born a slave in Mississippi, but emancipation came to the South when she was still a child, and this meant she had the opportunity to get an education. Because when African Americans were enslaved, they wouldn't let you learn how to read. So that's why it's important now that we honor education, because for the longest you couldn't. So when she became emancipated, which meant slavery was over and she was free now, she could now get an education and learn how to read and write.
So I'm Chanel Frost-Gibbs, and I work with Shonda at 360. Like she said, I've been with Shonda for about 10 or 11 years. We've been working together. Yes, yes. And so this is our third read along for Black History Month. But this is our first time here at Reach. So thank you guys for letting us come and read to you. So your principal was kind enough to let me borrow a book. And so this book is called This Is the Dream. It was written by two female authors, Diane Z. Shore and Jessica Alexander. And the book is about how things used to be, how some things weren't fair, and how normal, everyday people like you and me went about changing it.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Siobhan, and Good morning. My name is Siobhan, and I work with Shonda and Chanel at 360 Total Concept. I'm a community relations liaison, so I help on projects going out into the community and connecting the community to any of our clients. And I also help on the production side. I went to Howard University. It's a historically Black college in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to read a story on Sojourner Truth. She is an abolitionist and a women's rights advocate. When she realized her slave owner was planning to keep her enslaved, Sojourner ran away with her infant daughter in tow. But this came at a huge cost. She had to leave behind her 5-year-old son. Now, I know that's difficult. Imagine being a woman and have to leave your child behind.
I grew up here in Oakland. I actually went to, it was a school called John Marshall Elementary School. Then they turned it to Thurgood Marshall Elementary School, and now they changed it to another school. I don't know the name of it now. And then, so I was born here, and then I would come down to E. Morris Cox because they'd had African dance class here. So we would come here for African dance class when I was little. And then I went to high school. I went to Holy Names High School, and then I went to UCLA College in Los Angeles. So I'm a Bruin, and I love UCLA. And anybody who's from Oakland that wants to go to UCLA, I try to help them get in there.
Stay tuned for more Spotlight with Shonda Scott. And follow us on our website at spotlightwithshonda.tv.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Wait, why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where the Cavs go on vacation? New York.
Welcome to Spotlight with Shonda Scott, where each week we bring you the best and the brightest, the movers and the shakers, and the hidden gems from all over the Bay. Let us shine a spotlight on your business. Sponsorship opportunities are available. For more information, visit us at spotlightwithshonda.tv.
How to start that conversation with your friend about their mental health. First, make sure you aren't too far away. Closer, closer. Whoa, 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 too close. Now ask something open-ended like, you all good?
Are you all good?
Or is everything okay?
Is everything okay?
Well done, awkward teenage actor.
Actually, no. Thanks for asking.
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed our world.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Stay linked in with us as you follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember, #Spotlight with Shonda. Spotlight with Shonda Scott on location at a workshop sponsored by Self-Esteem, which is encouraging young girls and boys to go into careers in math and science. And with me is the founder of the organization, Adamaka Ajello, who also is a math genius. She has scientists here, she has doctors here, all to encourage young women and people of color to start focusing on STEM careers. And there's a wonderful activity that's going on today that we're here to roll out. They're doing beta testing on a software that you can tell us more about. This encouraging kids to see what kind of lifestyle they want and what career to match with that, and probably what actual classes they need to take now in middle school to prepare them for this lifelong journey in STEM. So, hey lady, how you doing? I'm fine, how are you? Great, great, great. So just tell us a little bit about your program and today's beta testing.
Okay, so today here we have a program where we're working with young middle school and high school students, both boys and girls. And what we're trying to do is, rather than take the approach of forcing them to take or to see the importance of taking these STEM related classes, so that's in science, that's in technology, that's in engineering, that's in mathematics, we're doing a reverse engineering process where we're starting with what type of lifestyle do you want to live? And based off a series of questions and surveys that they complete, we are then mapping them to different careers that will allow them to afford that lifestyle. And then the next step that we do is say, okay, based off these careers, here are the classes that you need to take. So now they really understand the importance of the connection of why math is important and why I should be curious or have a desire to take those type of courses.
So is that what they're going to do all day today, or are they going to do other activities? What's the whole? Is it a year-long program, or are there summer opportunities? What's the next phase of Self-Esteem?
Okay, so for today, it's just a one-day activity and workshop using the lifestyle application for our program on our activity today. However, throughout the year, we do monthly activities with the young girls in our program because we're primarily focused on young girls. And then we also have a free one-week summer camp in the week of July 16th in Oakland at West Oakland Middle School. So we have all this information posted on our website at www.selfesteem.org for people to learn more.
They're always saying there's not a lot of African American women or women of color in STEM, but you were here and there's a room full of STEM geniuses here that look like you and look like me. What got you involved, and what was the life-changing moment that made you know that you wanted to go into mathematics and science?
So my father was a huge influence for me. Before STEM was called STEM, he used to provide us with all our own STEM activities at home and take us on field trips. So one of the things that really was a light bulb for me is that when I went off to college, I'm like, oh, I felt a lot of opposition of me being in the STEM field, and I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't another girl to go through that experience. And in my workplace, I was just sick and tired of being the only one that looked like me in the team, and I just had this light bulb to say, I need to do something to change that.
Now, what about the young people who want a career in science and math but just do not like math or feel like they're not good in math?
Mm-hmm.
You know, are they going to be prohibited from these careers, or how are you actually getting those that may be interested in those careers but may not necessarily feel like math is their strong area?
So what we do is we have other monthly activities where we expose them to different career paths in STEM. So there's some people who work in the tech industry who don't have any type of technical background. So if you just have just a what I call a STEM curiosity and you're just curious about that, we also show them and provide clear examples of how people are working in this industry who may not necessarily have those direct degrees in STEM.
Now, how important is STEM to the future? Like, is that going to be the only career opportunity? Is that going to be the career that gets you the Lamborghini, like some of the students said they wanted to own, and the lifestyle, certain lifestyle? How important is STEM to our next phase?
STEM is so important in our future outlook because we're no longer what we call an industrial age, we're in an information age. So how we interact with the world is data and information, and that's where we're looking to monetize. So that's moving into the technology space and into the STEM space. So the U.S. has projected that the STEM jobs will grow by 9%, and the STEM jobs pay about 2 times the national average. So definitely for our young kids to be active in the economic growth, definitely going into the STEM industry is the right way to go.
I am the Chief Operations Officer, so I'm overseeing a lot of the operations. I'm pretty much Adamika's wingman, and I'm also the education consultant, so I'm consulting with any opportunity that we can have with any students. I'm recruiting students, building relationships with the parents, implementing different programs, making sure that self-esteem stays aligned to like Common Core, California standards.
We've been in existence now for 8 years. We host the after-school program here at North Oakland Community Charter. We specialize in art enrichment. We also do some beautification, civic engagement work there at the park. So we have the Keep Oakland Beautiful Junior Club where the kids go out to clean up the park to keep it safe because this is a public park. We also focus a lot on STEM and after school as well through the In Your Genius program with PG&E. Me and Adamika actually went to high school together, Oakland Tech. I was class 2000. She was 01, and she started a science program. I run a nonprofit that focuses on civics, but I'm all about career exploration, service learning. And so I think it's just very important to bring in experts in different fields to participate and work with the kids.
Yo, it's your man Tony Sco from the KBLX Dream Team, and you're rolling with the Spotlight with Shonda Scott. She's incredible.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation.
America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
You are watching Spotlight with Shonda Scott. If you missed an episode or want to see exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, go to our YouTube channel and join by clicking the subscribe button.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Welcome to Spotlight with Shonda Scott, where each week we bring you the best and the brightest, the movers and the shakers, and the hidden gems from all over the Bay. Let us shine a spotlight on your business. Sponsorship opportunities are available. For more information, visit us at spotlightwithshonda.tv.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving.
Why? What did I do?
Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit.
Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave.
Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Every child needs a mentor, a positive role model. For me, that was my grandmother. For more than 110 years, Big Brothers Big Sisters has been making meaningful monitored matches between adult volunteers and children. And these positive relationships have direct and measurable impacts. Help a child realize his or her potential. Visit bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Over the past 10 years, we have been able to tell some amazing stories and highlight some incredible people. So let's take a look back at one of our throwback episodes. Director Kakishiba, tell us the importance of celebrating this momentous occasion that happens annually, recognizing the students for their honorable achievements.
Oh, it's a huge deal. We always have to be about recognizing, acknowledging the real hard work of our students. I think in particular, I think both Oakland Unified, Oakland Public Schools, and quite honestly, African American students, young people, get a bad rap in the media. I think that people walk into and seeing this and seeing the enormity of the crowd, the families, the young people, it's a true inspiration, certainly an inspiration for me. And I think it epitomizes the strength and resiliency of the community in getting things done.
With me is a legend in our community that's always speaking up for the African American achievement. Even before it was the most popular thing to talk about, Mr. Wright has been talking about the achievement of our African Americans, especially the males. Can you tell us about how celebrating this event and the achievements of the honor roll accomplishments of the African Americans is helping us move somewhat closer to closing the achievement gap, and what more can we do?
Yes, this started about 11 years ago with Dr. and Ms. Boyd and I sat down, and we realized that black children were never recognized for anything. And we decided that we wanted to do something to start. So I went around trying to find a place where we could have it to accommodate this sort of activity. And I finally ran into Pastor Bob Jackson. And he explained to me that this is a multi-million-dollar contract, that he didn't know me and I didn't know him, but he had heard about me and he had read some things about me, and it needed to be done. If I could abide by the rules of the church here, that I could have this facility for 6 hours per year, and it had to be on a Monday night. We started 10 years ago, and today we've grown, not enough for me, but every year we have more and more of our young folk who's achieving and being recognized for playing by the rules, studying hard, and doing whatever they have to do to try to make it in. You know.
Now, some of the feedback that we're getting from our young brothers at schools, we've interviewed over 500 African American males, kindergarten through 12th grade. And too many of them are saying, when we come to school, people are looking at us as if we did something wrong, or we're not smart. So we got to change that. So what I want us to do right now, and I want us to stay standing, but as I call now not all over here, but as I call the young brothers that are here this evening, I would love all of you to put your hands together, recognize and acknowledge the young brothers that scored perfect on the math and language arts CST. Let's give these young brothers a round of applause, please. Give it up.
So I understand you guys all got a perfect score on, what's the test called?
CST.
Math CST? Wow. So that is an amazing accomplishment. You know that by now, right? That's incredible. So how were you able to get, I'm going to ask each one of you, how were you able to study to get a 100% perfect score?
Well, it was first like I have to thank my teacher because he was helping me. At first I wasn't doing really good in math, and then he helped me to understand the material after school. So I can't say it was all me because I had a great teacher.
Okay. And what were you?
I just keep paying attention to my teacher, all the tricks that she has, and pay attention to my mom. Well, I didn't really have any preparation statuses, but I just did my best, and I was already really good in maths, and I was getting good on all my other smaller tests. And when I got up to the big test, I just did my best, and I got 100%.
Well, the spotlight is on all of you guys now, so tell me, what would you tell other students that are trying to prepare and they're like, ooh, how'd you get a perfect score? What would you tell them that they needed to do?
Like that they need to help, like if they need extra help in different subjects, that they need to ask their teacher if they can get like sometimes even personal lessons, because it always helps.
Well, how did you feel when you actually found out that you got a perfect score?
I felt psyched. I was amazed at myself.
I was surprised at first because I thought that I did good, but I didn't know I had a perfect score. So I was like, I had to tell my dad, and I know he's going to be proud of me.
We're here at the African American Achievement, an event that's held annually at the church called Acts for Gospel right here in Oakland, California. With me is Director Alice Spearman and one of the grandparents of one of the honor roll recipients today. So Director Spearman, as a board member and as a grandparent of an honoree, just explain the feeling you have for today's event.
First of all, I'm very proud that this event is being held again in Oakland at Acts for Gospel Church. This is the 10th annual celebration of African Americans who have reached the honor roll in Oakland Unified School District. And yes, I'm a proud grandparent of one of the honorees today.
This is good news, first of all, and so often we're not hearing the good news that's happening in the African American community, but the overall community of Oakland. So this is an opportunity to celebrate our young people.
I'm here with Naisha DeWitt, and we're here at the African American Honor Roll celebration. And your organization works with the African American Male Achievement Initiative. What exactly do you do with the African American Male Achievement Initiative?
Well, I sit on the technical assistance team. We meet every Friday, and we talk about ways to incorporate all of our different goals and our different strategies into the strategic plan so that we can help improve the outcomes for African American males.